Hello and welcome everyone to tonight's episode of the Relics of Old. Last time, the group finishing up a couple of their side quests headed eastward and were attacked while on the road looking for flying water. Taking a little bit of a wrong turn, they ran into a Minotaur and a couple of bandit friends who, although goring so, ultimately became an ally of sorts. Finishing out that combat scenario, if you will, they noticed that there was a door up on a cliff. Having explored it a little bit, getting knocked down in the process due to the very shallow ledge that was there, the narrow ledge, they find themselves in the company currently of Hrrrmt. And as you guys step through the doorway, finally squeezing all of you in, your ideas of grandeur are immediately shattered as you find yourself in a very simple stone cave, spacious. It looks as though whatever this guy had as an idea for a place sort of came together. You notice it's just kind of a big circular room with about 7 doors leading off of it. Hrrrmt, kind of broadly gesturing in the middle of all of this. Welcome, everyone, to my domicile. His brown hair falling shoulder length. You see his golden elven skin accented by some very ratty looking robes. If you wish, you are able to, or if you require, you can step through the door on the left, and that will lead you downstairs to the bedrooms. If you're looking for food, the door next to that will lead to the kitchens. The door next to that will lead to the game room. The door next to that is secret. The door after that, though, is my bedroom. And then the door after that, more kitchens, surprisingly. I don't know who designed this place, but they seem to like their kitchens. And oddly, the door after that one is also kitchens. And if you're wondering if they interconnect, they don't. Just separate kitchens.
Oh. Do the kitchens have different foods?
Surprisingly, yes.
Ah,
Depending where you would like to go. I mean, one of them is entirely fruits.
Ooh.
Do they change it all?
Well, I mean, from time to time, the stock changes, yes, but not
the fruit itself.
Not the fruit itself.
Ah.
Come on, they want to bite into an apple in order to taste orange while it texture of grape.
Yeah.
The second kitchen surprisingly holds books.
Ooh, that's a good
No, there's
place.
cupboards like you'd have your normal walk-in pantry. It's just books. The stove filled with books.
Seems logical to me.
Very, very.
So, how long have you lived here?
Well, about 3 days.
You could hire an interior decorator.
I've considered it, yes. Prior to living here, I lived about 6 inches to the right.
Was it a different home? 6 inches to the right, or?
Yeah, it was a little bit nicer. The stonework wasn't so gray. That one only had 5. It was a little disappointing, but I mean, 2 extra kitchens and you've got about the same rooms.
Did you make this place or did you find this place?
Yes. A little bit of both. And he kind of rummages around in one of his pockets. Oh, fell through the hole. And you see him kind of reach through his robe, like half his arm disappears before he comes back out with a tiny red door frame. I just place this down.
Adorable.
And then I have a home.
That sounds very useful.
Very.
Like, I like that idea. And it's so cute.
That's pocket size. It's great.
Travels well.
Indeed.
Oh. I'm gonna have to get one.
Be very nice though if it came with servants. It's kind of a pain to have to cook and, tidy up the place.
I totally agree with that. You need servants.
Are they all the ones that are murdered behind the fourth door there? And he'll point towards the fourth door from the left.
No.
Insight check.
I was gonna say insight check.
Murder. Yeah.
Not that great. 11.
11? He's a little hard to read, but you get the sense it definitely wasn't murdered.
14.
He may have had a hand in their disappearance.
Oh, my passive is 14. I should have taken that.
He may have had a hand in their disappearance.
Do we not want to stay here tonight?
I mean, I was all for not staying in the murder house, to be fair.
We don't know if this is a murder house.
I apologize. It seems that there's a little bit of miscommunication as to what occurred to the previous inhabitants of this place. There is a creature that lives in a cave about 5 miles to the south. And he has a propensity for blood. So I was merely proposing a bargain between the two of us to accommodate him and not get myself killed.
Were these the former party adventurers of yours? Insight check the
No.
silence.
Mm.
No, but seriously,
Yeah,
insight check.
Sure.
I
go ahead.
definitely don't trust him after the silence.
What do I got? Plus. Oh, 14 again.
14 again. All right. You get the feeling that maybe that was the case. You don't recognize the name necessarily as anybody who came through as an adventurer earlier in the town of Spielberg, but that doesn't mean that they weren't just an adventuring party passing through the area.
Is 5 miles to the south? Where is that relative? Is there something near there?
There's a cave.
I'm asking the DM.
You're asking the DM. To the south, you know that the river kind of flows southernly. You're not really familiar with a lot of the geography in that section yet, as you haven't
So,
explored it.
where's the thieves area or the bandit camp? Is that to the south or north?
I believe they said it was to the southeast.
Southeast. Where is it relative to that? Can I tell?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Good thing that's her good stat. Okay, that's cocked. Okay, so 15 plus, what am I? Plus 3, 18.
18. Yeah, based on the information that was provided by Garak the Minotaur and the two bandit companions that you let wander off into the woods at night, that is roughly in the same proximity.
Alright, so previous inhabitants died from something outside of the bandit camp.
Correct.
Alright.
Well, the question is, are we staying? Because I have no problem sleeping outside. I built a hut out of leaves. So.
I would really not recommend staying outside in this forest. There are panthers that roam at night.
We met one. He
and
was
it's
very
very
nice.
easy to get picked up and or kidnapped by my friend the Redcap.
Oh, what now?
A Redcap.
The creature? The thing that was 5 miles south?
Yes.
Yeah. Sad. Scary.
red cap. How long is what's a red cap?
Are you asking me?
Do-
Or are you
Yes.
just pondering into the room?
No, I'm asking.
Well, he is about 3 feet tall. He has a very nasty weapon, very pale skin, and at times a bright red cap, and at other times a darker brown cap.
Nasty weapon, pale skin.
Pale skin, yes. Yes. Unlike myself. As he points to his very golden, unlike my own, skin.
Red cap, sometimes brown.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if this had anything to do with the
Yeah,
prince's
would
disappearance. Or
Would
princess.
I recognize this description of anything I have known? Because living in the woods.
Why doesn't everyone roll me a history check?
You say it kidnaps? Is what he said?
Oh,
Ken.
Alright, so now I'm gonna go with maybe this is
history.
Oh my
That's great.
gosh, there's 3 rolls under 10. Natural 1
Ouch.
for a total of 3.
okay.
We'll be on 8
17.
feet tonight.
What did you say? A
So
history?
You are not aware at this moment, maybe even if the color is red.
17 as well.
Question your histories at this moment on all things. 17?
Yep. Me and Petunia, I think 17 so far.
Fink, what did you get on that?
I got an 8.
An 8. Fink, you do, like, the name Redcap kind of tugs a little bit at your memory of your childhood and the stories that your parents would tell you of basically an evil creature that would want to come and steal you in the night. Kind of, your grim fairy tale, if you will.
Sure.
Petunia and Iniara, you kind of also know this. This is a common folk tale that people would tell their children to scare them into behaving. You know that the red cap requires fresh blood about every 3 to 5 days.
When did your friends, the last ones, go the way of the red cap?
About 3 days ago, when I
Ah.
moved. It
Yeah,
didn't,
I'm not
didn't
being
feel
outside.
right staying in that room. And it
Gotcha.
seems that moving added a room for that.
I mean, that makes sense. Well, that means roughly the time.
I know. And the Minotaur raises his one good arm. That means we're in danger.
Yes.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Yes, I'm still with you. Don't think I will chicken out in the face of danger, like I did with you guys. Attacked.
Well,
Are we safe tonight or not? I am confused.
I think he was saying it's kind of a toss-up at the moment if you're safe or not outside.
But are we safe in here?
Right.
As safe as you feel, of course. I
As safe
have
as
no
I feel.
reason to betray you at the moment.
Jesus.
I can give you reasons not to betray us, but you know.
I think we are equally in danger in both places.
We at least know this danger.
We know this one.
Did he give us a name?
Hrrrm to Hrrrm.
Hrrrm to Hrrrm.
To Hrrrm.
Oh, that's right.
It's a double M, right? Like it's Hrrrm to Hrrrm, not Hrrrm to Her.
It is H 3 R's M space DA space H 3 R's and an M. Hrrm to Hrrm.
Duh, not der. Oh, well, I have.
Mm-hmm.
You have already changed it. Thank you.
I have.
Well, I wrote Hrrrm to Hrrrm, obviously,
I know.
the wrong way.
I have corrected it. This infraction will not go unnoticed.
Or are we going to open that door that he doesn't go in?
I'm still right here.
Yeah, hold on, we're talking.
No.
We're talking.
We could.
We could send the Minotaur.
Is that where the red cap thing is? Then?
Can I vote to stay out of this one? Like I'm good in battle. I'm not good at like opening. Well, I mean, I can see the correlation between those two. All right.
Do we need to open the door, or do we just hunker down for the night, heal up, and we'll deal with stuff in the morning?
I'm good either way.
Is it? I know, Iso, you're pretty hurt still, right?
No, I'm fine.
Remember the five of us took a bit of a rest afterward, and we healed up a bunch as best we could.
Yeah, and I'm doing all right. I mean,
Like I got hurt.
I mean, I'm totally fine, but I'm just
Same.
looking out for the rest of you, because I think I've got 2 points left.
That's
I mean, like,
falling
hurt.
off of his doorway ledge.
Yep.
I've used one spell, but that was a cure and highly needed. So
Agreed.
Well, when you look at it this way, we're in danger anywhere we sleep. Either we stay here and this man in the red cap murders us, we go outside, the red cap or something else kills us, or the hags come back and decide to screw with us again.
I think we just stay in here, maybe have some dinner, and
Yeah, I'm for the shelter at the very least.
yeah, at least until morning. It's nighttime, right?
Just about.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is just about night. I would highly suggest staying indoors during this time.
What do we need to do to make sure this guy doesn't betray us like he did his threats?
I've got the alarm thing. We can all hunker down together.
That sounds about right. Well, especially with those hag nuisances, I think we're gonna have to start doing that.
I agree. I ain't letting another one of them touch me ever.
One didn't touch me, and I don't want to let it happen.
Exactly.
No, pretty creepy.
I can't help but have overheard, since I'm a few feet away from you. What about hags?
No worries, but if
It's
one comes into your
nothing.
bedroom,
No.
don't let them touch you.
No, I'm sorry, my friend. We were talking about haggis. 4 kitchens and all.
Oh.
I've had haggis. What is
Understood.
haggis?
It must be your accents that I don't quite understand. Well, that's good to know. I would never let haggis touch me in my sleep anyway.
Oh.
It's not a good idea.
So, without prying a little bit too much, what were you looking for when you stumbled upon my door?
Evidently
we were
your
on the
door.
way to his friends, right?
Well, we were trying to go to... You keep muting me, sorry. What were we doing and we came across the bandits? We were on our way somewhere.
The
waterfall.
Or something like that. And these gentlemen jumped us. We kicked the shit out of them, and then that one joined us. And then we were gonna go and beat up his old cronies or his old buddies.
Mm-hmm. On our way.
I think it's out of the way.
Is it out of the way?
Interesting.
Also, are we well enough to take a whole camp down right now?
Well, I mean, if it's a very small camp, you'd probably stand a chance.
Hey, Minotaur, how
The
many
curly
people are we
friend there,
talking are in this camp?
sis.
There's another Minotaur. For sure. Wait. And then there was... Yeah, I don't have it written down. I just have that there's another Minotaur. And
So that's all I got. We don't know how big
I
it is.
think 10 plus my Minotaur friend. Well, friend. That arm
10?
still hurt.
10 people?
10 besides you and the other 2 who left?
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Did we
No.
count for more?
Not great at counting, but definitely more than that many. And he kind of tries to pull his arm up to also give you a count of 10.
More than that many?
At least that many.
I don't know if we're quite there enough to take on a camp yet.
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
And he still can't seem to move his arm.
It's fine. This little thing kind of came rolling up under the skin. I think if I just smooth it back out, it'll be fine.
I'm not a doctor, but that doesn't sound right.
I'm not trained in medicine, so
Nope.
I do not know.
Nope. Got a +1, but I ain't trained in it.
Oh, you're better than me.
Maybe we should
Yeah,
sleep
I'm not so sure, but
and figure out what we're doing in the morning. Maybe we go into a room and talk about this, because I don't know, Hrrrm's getting creepier. Just standing here listening to us. I mean,
It's really not my fault. You just keep talking in front of me.
should we go to the fruit kitchen and have a fruit dinner so we don't have to prepare anything?
that sounds good.
Sounds delicious.
Agree. IRL too.
I agree.
Fruit dinner it is. Which one was the fruit? The second to the last kitchen? No, that was the close.
the first kitchen.
The first kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
To the first kitchen.
All right. You walk across the large circle and head over to the first kitchen. Opening the door, it is, again, a very spacious room. It doesn't, I mean, based on how everything is kind of designed, you kind of wonder how all of this fits, other than, magic, of course. But again, it's another circular room. You see several pantries, they're like cupboards, I guess, full of fruit and a standalone cast iron stove.
I just go over, what's the first fruit that's closest to me?
You find a kiwi
I
mixed in
pick
with a
up-
bunch of raspberries, some strawberries. There's a bit of blueberries up in the corner, a couple bushels of bananas. Kind of looking around, you also see a whole stack of pineapples mixed in with some cherries. Moving over from that, there is plenty of apples and oranges. There's some tangerines. You notice a dragon fruit or two.
What do those taste like? I don't think I've ever had a ripe dragon fruit. I hear they're supposed to taste like a pear. Sorry.
In the same boat.
I haven't had it fresh. I've only had it like prepared in something else.
So I tried one, and I don't think it was ripe yet because it didn't have a flavor. Pretty much. Sorry. I was just like, does anyone know what it tastes like?
I with the kiwi, being who I am, I take my finger and I just pull it apart and I just kind of like squeeze the kiwi out of it.
Wait, IRL, or you're doing that in character?
In
Yes?
character.
We're
no,
going
no,
back
no,
to
I-
character.
Well, I don't know.
No, I mean, I usually use a spoon when I do kiwis because that's just how I do it.
Does she always eat fruit like this?
At least she doesn't eat the whole banana, like peeling all.
That's a little weird.
It is. What's in the other kitchens? I'm gonna go look.
No one's gonna ask why this man just followed us into the kitchen. Like, we were gonna talk and... He just followed us.
Wait, I wasn't invited.
You are invited to the fruit kitchen. You go to the other kitchens. We'll hang out in the fruit kitchen.
Have another book dinner again, then. You see him turn and leave.
Isn't there another kitchen with other stuff in it?
Yes,
There's
there's
like
a third
4
kitchen.
of them in here.
3 of them.
3
That's
kitchens.
like
Yep.
4.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, definitely very
What's in
close.
What's in the other kitchen? I'm gonna look quick. I just want to see if there's something we can make, just other than a fruit
Okay.
salad.
Gotcha. You cross over and go over to the third kitchen, opening the door. Again, basically the same setup as the first kitchen. There's cupboards all over. There's a single cast iron stove in the middle of it. And in this one, you notice tons of fruits, vegetables. There's meat. You see breads, your grains. This is a fully stocked kitchen.
Back over.
All right.
So we'll walk over to one of the pineapples, pick it up, and bite it like an apple.
But I thought the banana thing
Ow.
was wrong.
I am still shocked every time you guys grab a fruit, regardless of it, and just eat them.
annihilate.
Oh,
Yep,
why
just-
are you looking at me like that?
So I need to
Waste
cook
not
meat and
hot.
stuff. If I want the meat, I assume.
Presumably, depending on the dish you're preparing, depends on if you need to cook it.
Mm-hmm. Do I trust my person cooking? Probably not.
I probably also would not trust them cooking.
I'll walk into back into with the fruit kitchen. The other one's got like everything in it, and you know, just totally dawned on me. Is everybody else vegetarian other than me?
I mean,
And he takes another bite of the pineapple.
You can eat it, little man. You can eat it. Mommy doesn't want it.
mostly.
I eat meat.
Okay, I'm not the only one. Thank God.
I could have swore you only ate stone fruit. No? No? Never mind.
Haha. Very funny. I am laughing so hard right now. Haha.
I can tell.
You got nothing.
Yeah, I mostly eat fruits and veggies. I've had offerings of meat and I've tried it, but it's not my thing.
Oh, keep that in mind.
Comes back around the corner. Would anybody like a book, freshly cooked?
Why not just use the other kitchen with stuff in
kind
it?
of softens the cover and then
Do you
You
have
eat
any
the books?
raw books?
raw book. Oh no, you don't eat a book raw. No, you
Yeah,
must
geez,
cook the
Petunia.
book. You want to make sure each page is nicely steamed.
Oh,
Softens the whole experience and really makes it edible.
I see. Could I see a raw book before it's cooked?
Guess. If that's the kind of thing you want to see, sure.
I'd like
It's in
to.
the second kitchen.
On to the second kitchen.
I'm gonna follow. I feel like we're translating book wrong here.
I know, right?
I'm wondering.
You make your way over to the second kitchen. Again, same kind of layout as the first one. You've got cupboards all around and a single cast iron stove in the middle. And he wasn't joking. These are all lined with actual books.
Do
Red ones, blue ones, big ones, small ones.
can I go over and grab a book
Sure.
and open it? Is there anything written in it?
You grab a book, open it up. There is writing throughout. You kind of flick through several pages. There's still more writing.
And go to the title page. What are we eating?
Looking across the top, you see trials and tribulations within the Storm Valley.
Is there any rare books here?
It's like a
Rare
story.
book?
I'm gonna look for a rare title.
Roll me an investigation check.
I mean, technically, all the uncooked books are rare books.
Exactly.
Can I sniff a
Unless
book?
helpful.
Sure. Roll me a perception check as you kind of taking a big whiff.
Let's see. I think that's my passive. Whatever that is.
Okay.
What did you say? Investigation?
Investigation. Yep. You kind of take a big whiff. The book smells very dusty, and perhaps like it's
Just
been
eat it.
sitting there for
Just
quite
eat
some
it.
time.
It's got peanut butter on it. Just eat it.
Definitely has a very aged smell to it.
14.
14.
Not very appetizing.
Looking around, you kind of scan several of the titles. Couple of interesting ones that kind of strike you. The Plains and Beyond. There's a book on gods and goddesses. Nothing too out of the ordinary, stuff that you might not expect to see in a man's kitchen, but here they are. And you just let other fates decide this as well. All right. You do find another book that seems very interesting to you. It takes you a moment to actually parse through the title and what it's actually conferring to you. But ultimately, it's Illusion Magic 101.
I'm gonna take that for a snack for later.
Would you like to cook it first?
No.
The thing is, you eat the illusion magic, you're just hungry in 30 minutes again.
I've tried Illusion Magic 201 before, and I completely agree.
And you know what? I think I'm gonna get super hungry later, and I'm gonna also eat the gods and goddesses one. So I'm gonna take those 2 books.
Sure.
So-
do you have a frying pan?
There should be one around here somewhere. And you see him kind of rummage around through the books and eventually pull one out from behind a stack. Here you are.
I put the book in the frying pan and I take out one of my tinderbox and I light it on fire.
The book?
Yes.
The what? What?
Oh no! You're
No.
gonna ruin the flavor by burning it. No, you need to light the stove.
Does it burn like a regular book?
Takes a while, but they do.
Why would you burn the book?
It's just extra carbon.
Book flambe.
Precious knowledge.
I don't think the trials and tribulations of some valley are gonna really help you.
I mean, fair point, but I mean, you're gonna want to really monitor it while you cook. Then you don't want to scorch it or anything. I mean, a nice sear is always good too, but.
I wait until the whole thing gets engulfed in flame and then I attempt to put it out somehow. I don't know if I can.
All right.
I don't know if I have anything to put it out with.
Sure. I mean,
I'm gonna go to the kitchen with everything that's in it and see if there's a bucket of water or something.
I have cook's utensils. I try to beat it with a spatula.
There you go. All right. And you kind of give it a couple of good whacks, and eventually the flames do die down enough. The cover has a very good char to it. Several of the pages have been kind of burned away, but you have a mostly cooked book, you think. Heading over to the third kitchen, though, you do find that there is a very well-stocked kitchen, mind you, a small cauldron with a little bit of water in it.
I'll bring it back with the intent of
A small soup pot, if you would, more than anything.
dumping it on that book and just quickly move. Don't look to see if it's already out or not, and just.
You now have one soggy, mostly cooked book. As the smell, the smoke really starts rising in the air from the extinguished heat.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that you had that.
He did say the best way to eat it was steamed. Soaked is good too.
It's very close to steamed.
I just let it sit in the pan and look at it absorb the water. Seems like a real book to me.
Well, they are.
Other ways
Most
of
definitely.
chilling the books.
I don't know why somebody would have designed a kitchen like this, but I mean, given enough time, you learn to appreciate them.
That's true. I take the book and I let it drip. I just kind of carry it.
Black water just runs from it from all the ink.
Well, that was an experiment.
You'll have to let me know if it's good.
I will.
Do you want
Probably
to dry it off? Prestidigitate it a little bit?
Hey, if you would like to, I wouldn't mind that. I don't want it dripping all over the floor.
I will do that.
If it helps, I would also appreciate that.
I'll prestidigitate it, clean, and whatnot.
I think I've just made road jerky, and I kind of put it in a
Road
pouch.
jerky?
Yeah.
They only keep for about 2 days. You'll want to eat it before then.
Are you coming after my road sausages?
Yes.
My character Havdak always had road sausages in his pocket.
Nice.
Makes sense.
While they're doing all of this, could I slowly make my way over to the door and try and slip out?
You can certainly try.
There's definitely a lot of commotions going on to keep us distracted.
Why don't you roll me a stealth check with advantage because
you want
they
some,
are
little man?
distracted.
Natural 20
Nice.
with a -1 for 19.
Which that beats everyone. So you disappear, slink out of the kitchen while they're handling the book fire.
I would like to make my way over to the 4th door. Is there a handle or anything on the outside of it?
I just want to be real clear, real quick. Just remind everyone, this is the paladin.
The lawful good paladin?
I don't know if he's lawful good, but yeah.
He might be.
He might be. This could be for the good of the law, maybe. Anyway, you're asking if there's a padlock or anything. There does not appear to be anything like that. It's just a standard door with a skeleton key style lock, and a round knob.
I gently try the handle.
Okay. It turns.
I'll crack it just a bit and peek into that room.
All right. As you turn and try to pull, the door seems to hold steady. I'll need a strength check if you are going to try to pull it open. Seems to be kind of wedged.
No, he's not going to make a commotion. I'll head back over towards the kitchens.
Okay.
And yes, lawful good, because if he was murdering people in this place, he would not stand for a murder house.
100%. Yeah. No, I'm with you.
So, no, he was gonna just try and see if he could covertly look in that room, but if it's not opening without discussing with his other party members, he's not gonna instigate right now.
Sure. Not yet.
So as he walks back in, he's got just the leaves of the pineapple. All the pulp has been eaten, and he peels off one of the leaves and just pops it in his mouth and starts chewing on it.
I love that everyone's cringing on that one.
It's a turtle.
No cares.
I mean, to be fair, I'm allergic to pineapple, so the whole idea of the endeavor is just very dangerous. Not Tunya, the actual me.
Sure.
How goes the book cooking?
They're
Oh,
ruining
good.
them. They're ruining them.
I made art.
I'm gonna go eat some fruit because I don't. You know what? No, I'm going to try and cook.
I've got cook's
Try is
utensils.
the key word.
Yeah, it is. This is on for everybody at home. This would be Iniara's first attempt at ever cooking in her life.
Might I suggest the kitchen that has water in it?
Yep. I'm gonna try cooking some meat. I haven't had meat in a while.
All right. You head over to the third kitchen. Again, fully stocked here. You kind of go over to the meat cupboard.
Mhm.
How familiar would you say Iniara is with meat?
It tastes good.
Like it's uncooked form.
Uh huh.
All right. Cool.
She's familiar
You
with the
see,
food that gets put in front of her.
kind of opening it up, you see a lot of just red. Various different shapes, sizes. Looks like a couple of them are kind of like more ribbed in texture. Others are
Mhm.
very smooth. Just kind of a big cabinet of meat.
She's just standing in front of it, hands on her hips, like with the fists on her, kind of.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Just staring for a while before she'll try to grab a flat one.
Okay.
Sure.
You grab a flank of the flat meat. Do you smell it? Or
Yes.
You just... Okay. You take a whiff of it, and it has a very foul odor to it.
She puts it back.
Why don't you roll me a history check?
Okay, 17 plus 5, I think, is 23.
Okay. You do recall creatures called stench cows, and your
Oh,
limited
stench cow.
experience with them, you feel that this might be a flank of stench cow.
I'd be used to that, but well, no, I would be aware of it because it's from the Underdark. What would I would normally eat? Don't know. I'm gonna try to cook it.
All right. So you have your flank of stench cow that you bring over to the stove and just kind of plop it down.
Yep.
Do you have a way of lighting the stove?
Nope.
I walk over.
At
with
this
what
point,
just
can
used to
I-
cook on fire with?
Go and help her. Like,
Like,
I
because
would
she
like
went to a different
also-
kitchen, right?
Yeah, I
correct,
did.
Yeah, so everyone is in kitchen, or most everyone is in kitchen 2, dealing with the book. Iso is currently, fully eating that pineapple. Iniara left to go cook some actual food.
Is
So
this
I'm gonna go in
after-
there, and I would just like to be like, Iniara, here, take my multi-tool thing, and I see her struggling with like trying to light the fire. I anticipate, and I just be like, here, let me help you with that, and I will create bonfire under her pan.
Nice.
And
Nice.
All right.
I'll be like,
Jeez.
do you need help with that?
Do you know how to cook?
I don't know. I probably do.
I mean, I've seen the inside of the kitchen before, but I've never done anything with it. As she's just grabbing random stuff, she's no idea what she's got in her hand and putting it like all next to the stove in anticipation
You
of
take
using
care
it.
to avoid the bonfire, and the pan that you had set out is almost completely surrounded by flame.
No, because it
Um,
creates a like cooking fire underneath.
Is it cooking fire? Okay.
It can do. You can
Wow.
use bonfire to create your
Say,
cooking
I think
spot.
I can tone it down a bit.
It specifically
Okay.
says in the spell it can be
You
used to create
slowly turn
campfires.
the dial down just a bit, and the flames start to shrink and become manageable.
I hear bonfire. I think like 3-4 foot flames.
Mhm.
I mean, it does do a 5-foot square, so
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's like the entire stove and then some. But yeah, for the purposes that you can.
I'm gonna
on the
tone
top
it down
is-
a little bit or
Yeah.
tame it or something.
You don't put quite as much oomph into it and get a nice manageable flame.
I feel like I know how to cook, at least not well,
Yeah,
but
you'd have at least a reasonable knowledge of it. I mean, you'd need to be able to provide for yourself and
You definitely
Yeah.
can get more on Iniara, let's put it that way.
oh, definitely.
There is no doubt in my mind anybody has more knowledge of this than Iniara. So right now she's just gathering, Iniara's just gathering what she can find that she thinks will go good with meat. You know, like your vegetables, your asparagus, and the things she can recognize.
sure.
And she's probably got half of the spice cupboard down.
Seems about right, yeah. So you pull various spices, several of which that kind of vaguely ring a bell that you remember some servants talking about at one point. You pick out some night flowers just as a nice little vegetable or like little side that you remember from the Underdark as well to go with your asparagus.
Is
And
that
before long, the two of you kind of working together come up with a passable meal. Maybe a
is
little
there
overcooked, but
anything else you need, Fink? Because I assume after at this point, I just kind of let Fink do whatever, and I'm literally just got piles of stuff for Fink to choose from
Yeah, that sounds about right.
in my attempts to be helpful.
I'll get a fillet knife out from my tools and start cutting up the meat that she picked out.
all right, easy enough. And kind of looking around the kitchen, you do find a couple of plates, which surprises you since there's only one man living here. But easy enough. Again, fully stocked kitchen. You're able to get some plates and silverware and dish yourselves up.
Did he follow us into this kitchen, or like, where's he at?
Currently with Petunia, and
Or-
who are still in kitchen 2 at the moment until they decide that they want to do what you guys are doing this.
I'm gonna just kind of lower my voice to NER and be like, did he say he's got this like little statue thing that creates this door?
What it
Did
has
I
this
hear
little,
that correctly?
it's got this little door in his pocket that creates this whole thing. Does that sound familiar to me anyway, by the way? I was going to ask
Yeah,
that
I was
earlier.
thinking-
Done a spell check on that last session.
But now we saw the trigger for it. Does that count as something else?
All right. I'll be
I'd
generous.
like to also maybe.
Okay.
Hold them too generous, but here you go. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
All right, 18.
Okay.
I think I rolled terrible last time, so.
Where are they? Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
19.
I'll make sure I've got the rules correct for that. Yep. Neither of you recognize the spell or the item
Okay.
that would be required for it.
Okay.
You also
Let's-
do know that it is fairly difficult to identify spells.
Here's my plan, Iniara, and I'm gonna like low voice this to her as we're kind
Cooking?
of keeping it under the role of the meat cooking. Let's figure out how this door works.
Mm-hmm.
Watch him trigger it.
Yep.
And then off him, and then we'll have our own place. How about
You know? If only we had a thief in here, we could do that. A lot easier. I mean, to be fair, he killed the other people?
I mean, I think
I
Issa
mean-
would be on board with this. It's justice.
We're totally using the pally run. But you know,
Or you're finally using him right.
I feel like this is probably... You're right on this, because... I mean, he did what? The last group he said, which was how many adventurers he was with, died? So that he could save his own hide?
You don't think he's the one with the red hat, do you?
No, I don't think it's him. I just think he might have made a deal with it so that he could live and he was gonna give he gave up the other group that he was with.
I don't think we should discount the whole stealing his door thing after we murder him.
Oh, definitely not. It's not stealing
Yeah.
then, it's looting.
Right. Right.
That's totally how this works.
It is in D&D.
I mean, who's gonna just leave this stuff there after we bring justice to this situation?
Yep. Justice.
How's our
So-
food doing?
Well, they're cooking.
It's all dished up on your plates, ready to go. As you guys
Yeah.
are kind of doing that. Meanwhile, back in kitchen 2.
Back in kitchen 2. Well, they're cooking. And it's just me and him, right?
And Iso, I think.
Oh, Iso came back?
Yeah, he ducked, or like was re-entered very, very stealthily, I believe.
Yep.
Still fine by me. I say, so, what kind of bargain was so good to keep him away from you?
Well, oddly enough, I provided a way for him to protect his cave.
You know how to protect us? Not just him, hopefully?
Correct, yeah. I have ways of preventing unwanted individuals from entering an area.
Well, that would make
It's,
sense.
very similar to what the service I provided to Brunhilde, the healer, and Balthazar, the wizard.
Sounds good
Each
to
of
me.
them are unique in their own fashion. That way nobody can get them.
But that was more information than I thought I was going to get. Thank you.
Sorry, I can overshare from time to time. It's not often I see people.
I didn't know you worked with everyone back from Spielberg area.
Well, I've had to make a living since we arrived.
Oh, same. That's probably why I know everyone too.
It's funny how that works.
I take my book and I rip out one of the pages and I hand it to you. So, do you want to try it?
I'm good with the pineapple, thank you.
That's okay. I try
It's
it.
honestly the first time I've seen somebody eat the leaves.
First time I've ever seen someone eat a book. What's your point?
Fair enough. I mean, the binding is the hardest part, but you get through them.
Where'd everyone else go?
Well,
I
they
thought we
headed
were
out
eating
a few
books.
minutes ago.
I believe they are in kitchen 3, from the feel of it.
Well, now that my book is just about finished, maybe we could find some toppings? Because that paper I chewed, even though it was soggy, like you said, it needs some flavor beyond the carbon.
I totally agree. Tabasco sauce works wonders on it.
That sounds like a real good idea.
And if that fails, paprika. It's where it's at. A little sprinkle across the top of the cover.
Do you have any
Really
sauce?
completes it.
Sauce known as barbecue.
Not in this kitchen, but maybe in kitchen 3?
Yeah. Maybe we should head over there at some point. I mean, it probably took forever for me to, put my book out completely.
It did. But I don't judge people. It's their first time cooking a book, you can't expect miracles.
I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying something new.
No, it's totally understandable. If you don't mind, I'm just going to take a moment and really enjoy the book smell in here for a bit longer.
Sounds good. I walk out into the main room and I don't go into the kitchen. I just sit on the floor and start going through each page and separating it and making sure they're not stuck together so I can pull them out later one by one.
Gotcha. All right. That'll take you some time.
It will.
Didn't I
don't know
dry
how far
it
I'll get.
before I left?
Yeah, but I
Sorry?
asked you not to dry it completely.
Okay. I
Because
see.
you said it was best eaten soggy.
Oh, okay.
Steamed.
Steamed, wet, soggy.
Sure. Yeah. Same thing. I don't want to be a bother, but is there going to be enough stench cow for another? As Garak makes his way into kitchen 3, squeezing as best he can through the doorway.
Oh yeah, you can have about half of it. I think we're pretty light eaters here overall.
Yes, I am.
You like it rare or well done? We'll find out in a minute.
We're getting ready for... The biggest is getting the littlest ready.
Cooked is the best way to have things.
Right, but do you want it like cooked so that you're like chewing leather, or do you want it cooked so that it's like still juicy and...
You can tell the difference?
You can't?
Oh yeah.
I
Especially
like
with the right seasonings.
Not normally. I mean, sometimes things just take a longer time to chew.
I'm gonna go with medium rare for him.
Yeah, I think that's good.
And I flip it over another time and...
It smells so good right now.
Ah, I appreciate the compliment.
It does smell really good. Home food. Closer to home. Anyways, I mean, nothing wrong with the Shuki's cooking, it's just different food.
And if you guys were wondering if this is kind of like on the borderline of cannibalism, it's really not. Stench cows are a whole different species, you know?
Not all bovines are bovines.
Exactly.
I didn't...
Petunia gets it.
I wasn't even
Yep.
thinking this, but now I am.
Every NPC has a dark background. No.
Triggered.
Oh.
So, with everyone having had meals, what's the plan for this evening?
Well,
Do you plan on just hitting the hay and exiting in the morning?
I think that sounds like a plan.
yeah. Do we want to all sleep out here or in the bedroom?
There's a bedroom. I'd rather have a bedroom with a door, only one way into the bedroom.
Well, hold on. I've only got like a couple hundred more pages to go.
We could do that in the room.
We can go scope it out.
Sure. Okay.
And I can see how...
I also find from time to time aeration is the best way to enjoy a book.
Aeration?
Just really let each page air it out.
Breathe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm going to partake in the book consumption.
No, definitely.
There just seems something a little blasphemous about it.
Yep. Most definitely.
I didn't have attachments to any books, so...
I just lean over to NER and be like, these surface dwellers are really strange.
I know, aren't they? I mean, eating books, that's a little borderline on savagery, isn't it?
I would think so. And even I know not to eat the pineapple leaves.
I love that's coming from the person who just eats the banana whole with the peel. But no,
I'm gonna go find a banana now.
Right, you make your way from kitchen 3 into kitchen 1, go to the stack of bananas, and pull a pretty green one out, but, you know, the stiffer the better.
Actually, I think I'm gonna make bananas Fosters with it.
Nice. All right.
Be
You
so
head back
good.
over to Kitchen 3, knowing that it's actually stocked, and begin the prep work on all of that. You begin by caramelizing the banana, and rum, I believe, is what that one's made with, correct?
Yes.
Rum,
And I will flambe
brown
it
sugar,
as best I
and
can.
Yep. And before long, you have your own bananas Foster's, D&D style.
I will serve that up next to the stench cow.
As
Start the
soon
meal.
as soon as I see her with the bananas Foster, like, ooh, fruit. I empty out the contents of my bucket into my backpack and I go and fill my bucket with fruit.
Nice.
I have a bucket.
Just to be clear, the peel is still on the banana.
of course it is.
Of course it is, yeah.
I love it, though. I love it.
All right. So, again, everyone having had their meals, if there's anything else you would like to do before heading down to the bedrooms,
No.
we can do it now. Otherwise, we will do that. As you guys make your way to the first door on the left, head down a very long spiraling staircase, probably going down more than 40 feet before you find yourself in an almost out of the place bedroom. It's not circular. It's not made of stone. Like, as soon as you cross through, like, step off the staircase, the entire room is made of wood. It's got 4 poster beds all the way throughout, a nice furnished like end table. There's a foot locker for everyone, ladies' foot lockers for everyone else. I'm kidding. Anyway, and
I left. I
pretty much
was just muted.
all the amenities that you would expect and more. Each of you has your own washing basin. Again, very out of place compared to the rest of the domicile that you've seen.
You know, I feel like Hrrrm isn't using this place right. And this is the only place that's correct. But maybe that's just me.
I would like to go and look at Hrrrm's bedroom as well.
Okay, you
Just
make your way
take a
back
quick
up the spiral staircase.
Yes.
Head over to his bedroom, and you kind of open the door. He is somewhere else. He's not visible to you at the moment. Opening the door, you don't see anybody inside of the bedroom either. Again, it is a circular room. There are cabinets surrounding the walls and a cast iron stove in the middle.
It's another kitchen.
Really?
You see a pillow across the top and a very ratty looking blanket across the top of the stove.
Ow. So he sleeps on top of the stove?
It seems that way.
That's not a fire hazard waiting.
Sounds like it'd be really easy to take him out. He's already like halfway fried. I'll go back down.
Okay. You head back down the long spiraling staircase and rejoin everybody in the bedroom.
So, did you get that he probably killed those other people?
I mean, I have my suspicions, but no conclusive proof.
I mean, he basically just said that he did it to save himself. He all but confessed.
He did. He also said that he protected the creature. So there's that. He protected the creature's home.
So what are you getting at?
He's helping the creature.
He's helping the
murder.
thing that kidnaps people and then eats them. Or at least drinks their blood.
That's not lucky for the people we're trying to help out.
Mm-mm.
That's very unlucky for their well-beings.
I mean, we could check out that other place if we need to. To confirm your suspicions, if we need to, but... I don't know.
mean, And his voice gets a little bit lower. I'm not one to trespass or anything like that. However, I did try that secret door, but it didn't open. I was trying to see if maybe there were actually dead bodies in there, in which case he and I would have had a very different conversation this evening.
Well,
I'm not sure the bodies would be dead. Because the thing needs fresh blood.
well, that's...
We're fresh blow. No.
Yeah. Yep. So there's that. So either he's found a way of protecting his cave by maybe that's the entrance.
Hell,
Maybe.
for all we know, it's another damn kitchen.
Well, I mean,
that
it
could be.
a kitchen.
But I don't know. I don't know if he's trying to figure out the best way to say this so that I can try to for me and try to get Iso on my and my idea without just like, hey, let's murder him. Oh. I don't know.
Well, it sounds like he may have stole this house thing from his party members,
and then
stealing is wrong.
And
yes, I know that.
bartering your soul at the lives of your other group also isn't right.
I mean, I would have to agree with that as well. I mean, are you two just trying to beat around the bush that you want to murder this fellow?
Yes.
Murder is such a strong word. It's called justice in this case.
And then loot this sweet cave thing for our own uses.
Now that's selfish, Fink.
It's not like he's gonna use it.
He's not using it to the full extent anyway. He doesn't even know how to cook.
I would think a man with 5 kitchen knows how to cook.
It didn't look like it to me.
We're gonna liberate this domicile from a murder hobo.
Right. By murder hoboing ourselves, but I mean that's besides the point. I'm not saying this in character, just saying.
No, it logic. This is logical.
We could stay the night. I honestly don't know if we could take out that bandit camp.
Yeah,
right now.
There'd be 10 of them. Oh, by the way, is what's his name down here with us again?
I think.
Minotaur?
Yeah. Just kind of slowly letting this all sink in.
Well, he did previously participate in a conversation about murdering all of his friends, so it's not new.
To be clear, I am very on board with this plan.
All right.
But
your arm just still looks fucked up.
Or your friends or ex-friends.
Yes.
He's getting paid.
And I think that's what matters the most out of this.
No loyalty with mercenaries, you know?
Yeah.
That is how we got together.
I will go to think like, I hope there's more than just money between us. At this rate, I mean.
You're from my home area. You're like a homie.
I love how you're dying there, Mike.
Best use of that term ever.
I mean, I thought there was more between Iso and Petunia with us too, but I mean, if it's just money, now we know with Petunia.
I'm not here for the money. No, just for bettering the world. And I don't think he's good for it, so all for it.
So what in the morning? Are we going to take out Hrrrm here? Or?
I think that was the decision.
Should we bring
we have to figure out how the little door thingy works. So
that's true.
Didn't he say he just moved here like 3 days ago?
Yes, because it was 6 inches that way.
Every 3 days, he has to move it, and it added a room this time.
So we have to wait until he moves it one more time so we know how to use it, and then we can murder him.
You should need to move it in the morning then.
Because, yeah, he said he moved it after the last murder, which was 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Can't Iniara just do her little ooga booga over the door and figure out how to make it work?
You know, that might work after I have the door in hand. Because it looks like an actual item versus just a spell.
It looked like a tiny door.
It did. It was adorable.
It was very small.
Well, compared to you, a normal door is small. No offense, my friend.
It is a matter of perspective. I agree. But that one seemed much smaller. Like more like a ring that would fit on my hand.
That's very small.
I'm not a fan of outright murder.
Mm-hmm.
However, if this man has been leading other people to their deaths,
we'll make sure of something first, Iso.
I would appreciate that. I have a much clearer conscience if he's guilty before I murder them.
He made a deal with something that is murdering the townsfolk.
Yeah, the red cap is... Ooh.
To protect the creature. That's that.
I'm sold.
I still vote we have a watch tonight, just in case.
Oh, definitely.
Tries.
I agree.
Yeah.
And we need to come up with a game plan, or like a trigger word.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
For when we, you know.
Look out.
Hrrrmt?
Murder hobo.
Murder hobo, yes.
How about just hobo?
Hobo.
So we have to tip him off with the whole murder thing.
Subtle. I like it.
Mm-hmm. We'll do watches and think you have a alarm thing you said earlier?
Correct.
I think that'd be a good idea too.
I put it up every night.
I think that'd be a good idea too. So we have to worry about Hrrrm, the red cap, and or the red cap, and or hags. All right.
A lot of people after us, it seems.
Did you remember the red cap?
I think so, but...
Okay. Just making sure.
I'll take first watch. If...
Yeah?
Who wants me to wake them up for second watch?
I'll do second.
I'll take third.
You always let the old man sleep through the night. It's so appreciated.
Well, you get fourth watch, so it's not all, you know.
It's enough, though.
It's close enough, right?
He gets the daytime.
I can't see much at night.
Don't want to be that person, but we're indoors. I don't know if there's a daytime, nighttime kind of thing. It's either lights on, lights off, you know?
We could have a small light on and... Or at least for Iso. And Petunia, who also can't see.
Mm-hmm.
I would create another bonfire in here, but everything is wood. And it would all just go up in flames.
That seems like a bad idea.
I have... What do I have?
I have the spell light.
I have dancing lights.
You keep that away from me.
Perfect.
Which goes for a minute.
Mine lasts for an hour. I just
So-
have to keep recasting it though. So when I go to
There's
bed,
gotta be
it'll
like
go away.
bracers or something in here. Braziers or something.
Oh,
Something's
braziers
gotta
for
be
the torches.
lit up.
Well,
Yeah.
she could do a light every hour, cast it X amount of times, and then she knows it's to wake somebody up.
That sounds restful.
Mm,
At least for herself, it
Cantrip?
doesn't really.
It's just
For the
cantrip
her
position.
2 hours of watch or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that is what I will do. I will headlamp my clover once an hour. And by the time I've done it, what, 3 to 4 times? 3 times? 3
And
times?
how long you want to sleep?
3 times. And then I wake up Iniara.
Okay. So as we begin watches, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break so we can take care of a little bit of business, and we will be back in about 10.
We'll
then.
be back.
we'll be back with the murder.
Will be.
Yeah. Something like that.
I mean, justice.
Justice.
Totally justice.
Totally justice.
I
And
mean,
sleeping
this
children.
is gonna be a good idea, right? Like
We'll find
murdering
out.
him.
We'll find out as the DM's trying to make combat quick.
Never.
You think Hrrrm's got a stat block already?
Does now.
Back in 10ish.
Welcome back, everybody. The group just decided, more or less after meeting Hrrrm, that he might need to end. Like he can no longer exist with the dark dealings that he has done in his time in Spielberg.
Mm-hmm.
With that, we'll pick back up as the group had begun to rest, with Petunia taking the first watch of the night. Tapping her clover leaf, light brightly illuminating the entirety of your bedroom. Finding it hard to sleep with the immense amount of bright light, all of you kind of pull your curtains closed, and that helps darken it quite a bit. Petunia, as you take your watch, why don't you roll me a perception check?
Oh boy. 12.
12. Not too bad. Deep within the bowels of this domicile, all you hear is the snoring of your fellow companions. Seems to drown out potentially any other noise that you might have heard.
Pretty peaceful. After my time is up and my third tap, I go wake Iniara up.
All right.
There's nothing going on.
Let's hope the rest of the night stays this way, too.
Same. Thanks for preheating the bed.
You're welcome.
And I crawl in on top of everything, and I don't go under the covers.
Perfect. Perfect. As you take some time, Iniara, having just come from your trance, laying down in a bed, because how else are you going to trance?
It's more
you know?
comfortable to lay on the bed in trance.
Way more comfortable.
Not a monk, I don't meditate. It's different.
You kind of pull the chair that Petunia was using to take watch on a little bit over, more towards the side, kind of more in the center of the room. And I need you to roll your perception check as your watch commences.
All right. I rolled an 18.
An 18?
Yeah, I have +3 and I rolled a 15, so.
Okay.
Weren't expecting that amount, were you?
Was not expecting such a high roll. All right. As your watch is going along, you hear from the upper floors a door open and close. You don't know which of the 7 it was,
Okay.
but one of them opens and closes.
Did we leave any of the doors open upstairs when we came down?
Potentially kitchen 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. I'm gonna go upstairs and peek my head through and see which doors are closed. You said open and closed, though.
Correct.
Okay, that suppose that wouldn't matter then.
So you hear the slight creak of the hinges, and then as the door closes back against the frame.
I don't know if this is enough to wake anybody up, you know? Was he asleep before? Like, did he go in his room before we came
You have
down?
no idea.
I have no idea. He disappeared. That's right.
You know that Fink checked out his bedroom quickly,
Uh-huh.
and he was not there.
He was not there. Yeah.
After Petunia and Iso had left him in kitchen 2, you don't know where he is at.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna leave it, I think.
You hear another door. The hinges again creak. Another as it slams.
Alright, now I'm gonna wake somebody up. This happened twice. Gonna wake up.
When you wake up,
Gonna wake up Fink.
okay.
Fink. I heard a door open and close twice now. I don't know which door.
That's kind of weird. Give me
I know.
6 seconds. And I'll put on my armor and then pop out.
Do we wake up the others?
How stealthy are you feeling?
Stealthier than probably Etho.
Let's go. Go take a look.
Alright. Yeah. I got +3.
Okay.
We're gonna try and stealth.
You are going to attempt to stealth.
Yep.
All right. Go right ahead. Roll me a stealth check.
5.
Hurry up.
Rolled a 2. Could have been worse.
Or you ESO'd that roll.
I did. I'm not always good. I mean,
I rolled a 3, so it's a 2.
So proud.
Yeah, it's not good.
You both feel very confident in the abilities that
Yeah,
you
we
have
do.
in stealthing, and you notice a little bit of noise. You quiet each other real quick, and then proceed to go up the stone staircase, and you hear on every stair as the both of you make your way up.
so was that sound to us, or was that sound?
You definitely know it is not coming from you guys.
Okay, that was important. So
Very important. Yep.
I think it's us. IRL, but
yeah.
dude, we got this.
Do
Alright.
we keep going, or do we wake up Etho and Petunia? Because I don't want to get into combat with that guy without the others.
Halfway up the staircase, you have this conversation.
We're only halfway up the 40 feet, so I mean, it's not like it's
I just want to see which doors are still shut at this point.
okay. All right.
That's all I want to know. If you said they're opening and closing.
Yep. We will do that.
Yeah, that's all we're gonna do. We're not gonna engage.
Okay.
We're not gonna make direct eye contact with Hrrrm to Hrrrm if we see him.
Or the red cap.
Or the red cap.
If it's the red cap, let's throw fireball and run and
You
make
got
as much noise.
fireball?
No. I wish. I don't.
We'll just see what happens.
Yep.
We're just gonna look to see which doors are closed. That's it.
Yep.
That's all we're doing. We just wanted to go sneakily.
Seems reasonable to me, yeah.
Totally.
So as you continue the remainder of the staircase,
That's all we're gonna do.
you get to the very top, realizing you also forgot to shut this door. And peering through the doorway, you see two figures
Crap.
Shit.
on the far end of the room
Uh-huh.
towards Hrrrmt's room.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is approximately 3 feet tall. The other one is much taller, comparatively. One is, about half the height of the other.
Mm-hmm.
And they are talking in a very low and rushed voice. Neither of you understand it.
One of
the
them
other-
wasn't.
It-
Was one of them the red cap?
Do we
you
know?
are unable to see color at the moment.
That's true, we are.
Is one of them wearing a cap?
One of them is wearing a
that
cap.
is that a thing?
Yep.
Yep, that is a thing.
I will point down the stairs urgently.
I will agree and follow. Just turn down the stairs as well and go turn around.
To you, the sound of their voice almost sounds as though wind is blowing through trees. And occasionally it's almost like the crackle of a branch. You have no idea how this is possible.
Right.
But as far as you're aware, you weren't noticed.
As we know.
Maybe they rolled a 1. I mean, we did not completely biff this check.
I mean, that is
Or
possible.
as horribly as we could have.
Debatably. Sure.
I think it's time we wake everyone else up.
Back down the staircase.
Yep.
Oh, did we notice which doors were shut?
Retroactively, roll me a perception check.
All right.
Thank you.
13. I'm taking my passive.
I am also taking my passive.
All right. It's not very difficult to identify if a door is closed or not. I just like seeing you guys roll from time to time because it's part of the game.
It's D&D.
It's
You
D&D.
notice that kitchens 1, 2, and 3's doors were still wide open. The other doors were shut.
All right, so it was probably them
His
coming
bedroom
in.
to the secret bedroom, or to the secret room, and then the front door.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so I suppose one of them you heard could have been the guy coming in, and then him leaving his room. Doesn't have to be that secret door, necessarily.
Yeah.
I will reason that when we get to the bottom of the stairs and wake everyone else up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we relay everything to everyone.
Yep,
That
all of
just
this.
happened. Including, we think we heard someone else on the stairs.
Mm-hmm. There's,
Because it couldn't have been us making that
though we were
rhythmic
super
stomping
stealthy,
noise.
there's no way that could have been us.
Mm-mm.
So
You-
there's 3 of them?
We.
We
there's-
didn't see a third, but for sure there's 2.
Right.
And they talked like the wind and the branches and the leaves and things, which didn't sound super evil.
Not at all. They were whispering, and the one was wearing a hat. I can't see color in the dark. He was about 3 feet tall. I definitely can imagine the red crap to look like in grayscale.
Did the other thing look like a tree?
No, it looked like the wizard dude, didn't it?
I don't think we ever
Like
really.
Hrrrmt,
It was Hrrrm the Hrrrm,
at
and
least
then
vaguely in the dark.
Vaguely his height. Should we wake up
Vaguely.
the Minotaur?
Maybe we have him go first.
I don't
And
know.
just
Like,
be like, hey, what are you guys doing?
we want to just use the Minotaur. Like, I'm fine using him for the bandit camp, but he still can't seem to move his arm.
Maybe we let him rest a little bit longer.
I think I'd rather have him for the bandit camp than digging out these two guys.
That's fair.
I'm okay with that.
Are we doing this?
Let's do this.
I mean,
All right.
I have to sleep, but if that's what you all want.
Yeah.
I still have some spell slots.
Yep.
Or we can still wait till morning. I don't really care. I mean,
Well,
That's
like this,
not
I
one.
feel like they're going to come down here in our sleep.
well then we just pretend to be asleep, and then when my alarm goes off, I'll shout the word, and then whatever word we decided on, and we'll just do it.
I suppose that would work, yeah.
So go back to bed.
No.
Oh,
Pretend to go back to bed.
Yeah.
okay. Could I take?
Confused?
I'm gonna take a short rest then, if that's all right with everyone. I suppose, DM, have I been asleep long enough for the benefits of a short rest at this point?
Yeah, I would say so.
Because the short rest makes a big deal on my end.
Oh, it really does.
So I'll stay up. We're good.
If anybody else requires another short rest, it has been achieved.
It's been achieved.
I get nothing back on a short rest.
I think I could change my thingy.
I
You can.
used
Which-
mine already to get spells.
For the record, it is not easy to change in D&D Beyond.
It's unfortunately not.
It's awful.
Well, most of it was built before artificers were really a thing.
That is true.
Could you make
Yeah.
copies of Fink and then just switch between the characters as for what you need?
Oh, that's actually
That's a possibility too.
an idea,
Yeah.
but I
Not
have
just
too many
another 3D
characters
portal.
in D&D
Yeah,
Beyond right
I
now.
do too. I have to delete.
So. Oops.
Yeah, what's a few more then?
There's that.
I suppose I could just get the...
Or at least have
I-
like two main ones that you switch between rather than, like a whole bunch, but just a thought.
Well, it's just the two. And I can never remember where to find the thing.
Yeah, I'd have to poke around too. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Artificer... The specialist one? Yeah, no.
Mhm.
Nope, that's not it. Armor model. I think that's it.
Sounds
Yeah.
about right.
Infiltrator. That's what I want. I think.
Seems reasonable to me.
Yeah, I think so.
Or... No, because I think I want to be up close to people. I can't just let Iso hang out up front.
Why, he's been doing it the whole time.
Yeah, but I don't. But you don't have to now because I have stuff that I can do. Okay.
Not that it bothers me, that's kind of what the class is, so.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. I'm good. I figured it out.
All right.
Woohoo.
So the goal is to have everyone fake being asleep, correct?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Unless
Okay.
somebody else has a better plan.
Nope.
Other than go up there and attack, I mean, that's kind of what we're looking at.
Because if we're operating under the assumption that he needs fresh blood, his party members potentially are still alive, right? Like, that's what we reasoned?
Well,
They're either still alive or we are.
or we're alive.
Or we're the next
Or
ones?
we're the flood. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, we'll just wait, I
And
think.
And not go back to sleep. Got you.
Yes, not go back to sleep.
no. As soon as someone other than the alarm goes off or someone enters the room, I want to hold a light to redo my headlamp as soon as
Okay.
something is triggered.
Easy enough. As all of you find your way back to your beds, why doesn't everyone roll me a deception check?
Oh.
Okay.
Everyone's super good at this, so it should be easy,
Ooh.
right?
I
Right?
am good at it,
Totally.
but I rolled a 2. So
I
I got
rolled
a 6.
a 6 for a total
All
of
plans are perfect until
6.
dice are involved.
Yeah, pretty much.
21. You're pretty sure he fell back asleep.
Iso's pretty sure he fell back to sleep.
Right?
Fink, what did you end up getting on that? I think I might have missed it.
That's a 2.
Perfect. I like it.
I went to bed like this.
Paladin rolled the highest on deception.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Yes.
real weird.
Mhm.
That never happens. I mean,
Not when they're lawful
Alright.
good.
So as all of you kind of sit waiting in bed, the minutes seem to creep by as you anticipate at any moment that door is going to fly open and you are going to be attacked. And more minutes kind of creep by as all of you are waiting in anticipation. You're pretty positive Eso fell asleep, judging by the soft snoring from the beds next to you.
Can we be listening too? Like, if we
Sure.
hear like another couple doors open and close, like that they left.
Sure. Why don't you roll me a perception check?
Can somebody else roll this? Please, I'm
I
not
mean, I
doing
could.
really
I mean, I
great.
would have been
I
listening
think
too.
everyone should be listening.
Yeah. I would be very obviously listening with my.
I'll allow it. That's fine, yeah.
Okay.
You guys would be because this is part of the plan.
I will take my my passive 11.
Okay.
I will take my
take my
passive of
passive.
13.
Of 10.
Ouch. We're just
Look at
not
your
rolling
dice.
very well
Ooh.
tonight.
No.
Here comes the
16,
paladin.
it's the light stick.
Yeah, there you go. So, you are the only one as you, in between your soft snores, hear the small click of a door handle.
Did it sound like our door handle?
It sounded like
Oh
it
my
was a
God,
little more
Ramble.
sounded a little more distant.
Oh.
Okay.
A few minutes pass, and then you hear the soft pitter patter of a foot hitting stone.
At that point, I'll make like kind of a louder snore, like a, and hold up one hand with a single finger raised up. I'm not sure if anyone can see me in the dark. Well, NER and Fink would be able to see my hand come up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see it.
And then I'll bring the hand back down and re-nestle into my blanket.
Were the steps that we climbed up stone, or were they?
They were stone down into a wooden room.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna interpret that someone's coming.
Yep, me too.
Okay. I will ready, I don't know, bonfire probably? Because why not?
In the wooden room?
I
When the door opens. I mean, on the stone stairs, hopefully.
I mean, surely the backdraft will suck that all up the stairs. We'll be fine.
mean, yeah, totally. I have fairy fire too. I'm gonna ready fairy fire.
Okay.
That's part of my drow magic, or whatever comes to that wall through there. So I'm gonna technically light them up.
You wait. As again, the time seems to kind of creep by for a bit.
Oh god, please don't tell me I'm gonna lose this. Sorry, keep going. Keep going.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
So you hear, and I guess at this point, all of you would hear kind of the soft shuffle of feet just outside of the doorway.
You're not gonna lose it. Did we wake up the Minotaur?
No, we're letting him sleep.
Oh, right. He's gonna wake up soon.
Right?
A little bit more time passes.
Did the footfalls sound like... I know it might sound silly, but it sound like boot falls or like bare feet coming down?
Bare feet. Bare feet. Yep.
Thank you.
Definitely not a boot fall.
Okay.
And then you hear the feet retreat from the doorway. And the pitter-patter back up the stone staircase.
But we didn't see anything come through.
Correct.
Damn.
Cast fairy fire. Do you need to be able? You don't need. Do you need to be able to see?
You have to see them. Oh, actually, no.
No, just each object in a 20-foot cube.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I could have, but if I never got to the area, it won't matter.
Right.
Well,
but if it's blocked by total cover, it does not affect it.
Oh. Like a
The
closed
doorway would
door.
be total door. Yeah.
Right. Oh. Click use on it because I had it held.
Well, we just ambush him tomorrow morning then. I'm guessing that we failed our deception checks so hard that he could tell that 3 of us were not asleep. Just based on our lack of rhythmic breathing.
What? No. That doesn't seem right.
It was our lack of breathing. We were all holding our breath.
Yeah. We were already dead.
Yeah, we were already dead. I still lay there, waiting. I will wait until someone tells me not to, if that means it's the morning.
Easy enough? Well, not easy enough, but you can certainly try.
I will just, after hearing them retreat, I'll just say, let's just go to bed.
And that's probably best. We'll just keep watches and we'll just do something that'll so that people know.
Right.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
All right.
Good night.
Emiara, you make your way back over to the chair in the middle of the room.
Yep.
And resume your watch. Why don't you roll me another perception check?
13.
13. All right. You listen very intently, and it's just the pounding of your own heart is the only thing you hear as you try to break through the sounds of this building. And that's all that you're able to hear is you are just hammering away, trying to get a glimpse of anything or catch anything.
Okay.
And eventually your time is up and your watch is over.
I wake up, think again for Fink's actual watch, though.
Okay. Hear anything this time? No?
Nothing. I wish I did, but I feel kind of dumb for waking everybody up, but... it is
We're
what
just
it
a
is.
little on edge.
Yeah.
All right, give me 6 seconds. I put my armor back on.
Nice. All right. You put your armor back on, you crawl out of bed, and find your way over to the chair that has been used for everyone else's watch so far, and choose to stand next to it. Could you roll me a perception check?
Yes. 10. So I will take my 11 of my passive 11.
All right. You concentrate and you try to kind of move your senses past the room again and find nothing. No sounds in the rest of the house. It is a very quiet couple of hours.
That's reassuring.
All right. And with that, your watch is also over, very, very uneventfully.
Perfect.
And I believe ESO has the final one.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong. I might have misremembered. Maybe they were going to let the old man sleep through the night.
I can do one if you want one.
Sure, if you guys feel it's necessary. Otherwise, you can always technically end your watch at 6 hours. I guess you guys technically did it for 8-ish at this point, huh? Never mind, you're good. Used to them being like 2-hour chunks, and you guys did 3. So there we go. With that, everyone having Fink finish his watch, everyone wakes somewhat refreshed, a little unease, but nevertheless, you made it through the night.
We made a long rest.
Correct, and you did get a long rest.
That was such a weird day.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Weird indeed.
very.
Did anybody else hear those footfalls outside of our door last night? Or
No,
during the watch?
There was footfalls?
didn't hear anything.
Sounded like little tiny bare feet on the stone steps coming down, and before that there was a small little click as one of the doors shut. I know this because I did not fall asleep last night.
But you could have fooled me.
You didn't fall asleep? I totally thought you were asleep.
You told me not to, so I didn't.
You are amazing at faking sleep.
Very.
I was so nervous. I think I held my breath a little bit too long a few times.
Yep, I would agree with that.
So
I
something came
got
down.
kind of twitchy. I kept shifting. I know I did.
Maybe that's what was going.
But we survived.
We did.
Well, there's always the chance that fellow bled his compatriots if they are still alive, and that thing came down to make sure there was no hubbub.
That's true.
We should probably check on Hrrrm.
What was it, Hrrrm, or was it that other room? We check out
I
the
think
other.
we should check on both.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's breaking and entering.
Not if there's probable cause.
Says the one who already tried to do it.
Besides, we gotta go make breakfast. I mean, we can't stay down here forever.
Exactly.
Do we have a plan? Is there a trigger action that he does besides our trigger word?
Did we come up with a word? We should probably come up with a word.
Hobo.
I think it was
Oh,
hobo.
that's right. Yeah, you guys are. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe I forgot that already.
Subtle yet not.
Exactly. But just subtle enough.
Hey, Blurgin, or whatever your name is, how's your arm doing?
The rock.
was
Still not great. I think I might have tore something.
Mm. That
And
doesn't
you
sound
kind
good.
of look and you kind of see like a bubble almost at the
Yes.
top of his shoulder. And as he kind of turns to like straighten out the bed that he used, there's one lower down on his back as well.
I think we need to find him someone trained in medical expertise.
Yeah, especially if we're going to want this help. Iso! Can you help out the guy and...
Well, see, I didn't have any, and EDR didn't have any. And
No.
you weren't there.
Uh-huh.
If he doesn't mind, I could take a look.
Oh, no.
I mean, if you're gonna be gentle, sure. And again, no hard feelings about goring you, right? I mean, you got me back, so.
You know, I forgot about it until now.
He seemed to heal a little better.
Shouldn't have mentioned that.
Nope,
Should
probably
not.
not.
have mentioned that.
Just to let you know, this might hurt a little. He'll pull on one of his ropes until another pack comes over, opens it up, and pulls out a healer's kit.
All right. You see him take his one good arm, kind of grab the ring around his nose, and almost tug it a little bit to try to offset the pain. Why don't you roll me a medicine check?
Okay. It's gonna hurt. That's a natural one.
Nice.
For a total
Yeah, you kind of just take your hands, kind of look at it a little bit, try to smooth the bubbles together to see if that's going to work, and you just hear him scream in pain. Kind of poking and prodding without really caring anymore, it seems. You just kind of like really get handsy with the guy. Even with a 1, I mean, this is not too hard to identify. He definitely tore or some muscles within this area on his body, the shoulder and area, some would say. Seems to have torn muscles and ligaments from the bolts that kind of ripped through his upper back. You don't anticipate a quick recovery.
All right, and there, give it a day or two, and you'll be right as rain. And he'll give him a slap on the shoulder.
Oh.
And as he does that, I will put 1 point of lay on hands onto him.
All right, thank you.
Iso, I don't know much about...
Iso.
That doesn't look right. I don't know much about medicine, but that didn't look right.
That's because you're not trained, my dear.
I don't know if you're trained. That didn't seem like training. I've seen people.
Look at him. He'll be fine in a couple of days.
Look, no.
He's a big, beefy boy. He can take it. Can't you, son?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't...
You see like a tear run down his face.
I say we bring him back into town and maybe someone at the clergy can look a better look. I'm sorry, Iso. My sister has done things before, and that is not how she was ever treated. And we have good doctors at my house.
Well, excuse me, Miss Hoity-Toity.
I know how to pay doctors and I know how to look for the best stuff.
Well, then by all
And that-
means, set your own arm when it dislocates. And he'll huffily take his doctor's bag and shove it back into his pack.
I don't
So,
think
we
his...
killing a guy today or what?
Yes, you can take that anger out on that guy because that was not setting a shoulder because his shoulder wasn't out of place. His muscle is.
And you understand Minotaur anatomy?
It looks very much humanoid enough to be similar to ours.
You know, Iniara, is this the hill you want to die on?
Maybe.
I think we have more important things to do today.
Let's go kill a bad guy.
Okay, yeah. Hopefully he's feeling better, but you know, what are we doing?
Uh-huh.
Cause I mean, I can try to be sneaky. I'm pretty sneaky.
Aren't we just going to try and make... I don't know. You know, we're just gonna burn the bridge when we get there anyways, so let's just go burn it.
All right.
Let's just go upstairs and see where we're at.
With that, the 5 of you begin ascending the stairs to the main hall.
Start with breakfast. Breakfast, I think, is good. Where we're gonna
Breakfast
start.
first. Eat. Then hobo.
Might I suggest ingesting something other than books for sustenance this morning?
I was gonna read that book last night. Damn it.
You probably were, yeah.
I have a bucket of fruit.
You do, and the bucket of fruit still exists.
I'm gonna eat my fruit on the way up the stairs. Since I know it's only got one day now.
So, as the 5 of you begin to climb the stairs, kind of almost have to do it single file, you feel the whole building begin to shake. And about the time you hit the top of it, you notice that it's shrinking. All of the other 6 doors that are currently visible seem to be getting closer and closer to you. Hrrrmt is just kind of coming out of his bedroom as all of this is...
What's the meaning of this Hrrrm?
It would
Reset
appear that we are at the end of our 24 hours.
So you're going to use the door again?
It's reset day. But before we get that far, I do have one question for 2 of you.
But just 2 of us.
What were you doing out of bed after hours?
I'm hungry.
But you didn't enter the kitchen. You stopped on the staircase before heading back down.
Yeah, we saw you guys and didn't want to disturb you, so we just kind of
Oh, yeah.
went back to bed.
And he's slowly kind of walking towards the front door as, again, the whole building is kind of shrinking in around all of you.
We're gonna have to leave before this shrinks, aren't we?
I would definitely recommend it. It's a little uncomfortable if you're caught inside. And he continues to make his way across the main hall to the front door.
Yeah, we'll make our way to the door.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I say we push the Minotaur, who's bigger, first, because we don't want him getting stuck.
Correct.
I agree.
Okay.
But it's easier to push than it is to pull.
For certain. You see him kind of crouch down and try to sneak through again. Is anybody going to help push him?
Yes. I think
Yes.
I think we're all just like Okay, I suppose I can't speak for Iso and Fink, but
Even with a bit of a wrecked arm, you see him kind of grab the outside of the frame and just rip his body through, you kind of pushing from behind, and he kind of just slips through without too much hassle. It seems the widening of the door frame the previous night helped quite a bit. Who's next?
I'll go next. Nobody spoke up, so.
I'll go after.
We're basically trying to make our way through before Hrrrm to Hrrrm at this rate.
Okay, easy enough.
I'm
You
asking
guys
that.
are much... Well, okay.
Well, we're all pushing the Minotaur out, so yeah.
Yeah, so
I would
presumably you guys
say
push
so.
and everyone kind of files behind.
No one wants to get left behind Hrrrm to Hrrrm. That's all I'm thinking.
I'd go out with them.
I'm just meaning we don't want to be behind Hrrrm to Hrrrm is what I'm thinking. Because I could kind of see him doing something, I guess. But okay, anyways, let's go. Yep.
Sure.
I can handle it.
All right, so you push the Minotaur out, the four of you kind of following in quick succession, leaving Hrrrm to Hrrrm. Behind you, maybe 15 feet behind, as you're able to finally push through, and you notice that the back wall is now basically on his heels as he is moving his way forward as well. I'm going to need dexterity checks from everybody as you kind of spill out onto the landing in front of the door.
A dirty 20.
Nice.
Finally, natural 20.
Nice.
So I think 19, technically. But I will check quick.
Oh, God.
Back to
Hope
normal.
that sounds-
6.
Nice.
Hey.
Should have cast Spider Climb.
All right. So when you guys all push out and get back into the eastern road that you were on before, you notice that Garak is not on the ledge. You notice that Petunia and Fink kind of dart off to the sides, just out of the doorway, clearing the way, very deftly, and kind of hang to the very edges of the rocky cliff that you guys were on. And Iso and Iniara, you find out very quickly where Garak went as you both tumble off of the cliff onto him.
Hey, Christian the Fall. Sorry.
As a result, you only take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as he's kind of cushioned the blow slightly.
Sorry, that was not...
Oh yeah, the cliff.
It could have been worse. And now I'm going to... Is the ladder still there? To get back up?
Did Hrrrm to Hrrrm come out?
He is just behind you guys. So as all of this kind of happens, you see him stride through the open door that then kind of shrinks and is gone with a soft pop.
Okay.
Handy. As my little pseudo dragon goes and flies a little bit as I cling to the wall.
The rope ladder seems to be gone. Might be a limited enchantment, you're not sure.
Alright. Level, hold on. An hour.
That was much closer than I usually like. Forgot I said it so early in the morning the last time. Was in a hurry, you see.
That doesn't sound suspicious at all. But...
What was the hurry?
Perhaps he was clinging to the edge of the cliff like us.
Well, truth be told, there was a group of bandits nearby, and I didn't really want to parlay with them, if you will.
Nope, totally understand that.
And you see him kind of dig deep into his pocket again and pull out the red archway. Place it on the ground, and again, the sound of leaves rustling in the wind escapes from his mouth. And then there is the red wooden door yet again. He picks up the little figurine and stuffs it back in his pocket.
Oh, just sorry. So just out of sheer curiosity, what language is that? I'm kind of a scholar myself.
Interestingly enough, it is the language of nature itself. I believe in the common tongue they consider it Sylvan. Now, presuming we don't have any issues here, I feel like breakfast is in order. And he opens the door and heads back through it.
Language or the door.
Follow him in.
Can I shout out hobo and attempt to throw him off the cliff?
Oh boy.
Yeah, why don't we do an initiative roll off here? So why don't you roll initiative and see who's going to be acting first here as he says that.
I mean, that was the plan, right, guys?
It is
I
now.
thought we were gonna just cut our losses, but nope.
Well, you two are down there, right? You're on the bottom,
Yep.
and you're our frontliners. So here we go. I rolled a 9.
Right. Well, apparently changing dice didn't help. Because I rolled a 2.
Nice.
So
Oh my God.
I'm going to I'll let you take an attack roll here to kind of like grab and push him basically, or like grab and rip him off the cliff.
All right. Sounds
And
good to me.
Consider this the surprise round, and then we'll roll initiative and begin whatever's going to happen here.
Yep.
I don't know. Here we go.
Good luck.
Okay, so that's a
Indeed.
9. I rolled a 9.
Okay. So go ahead and add your strength and proficiency. I'd say you're proficient in being able to grapple another person.
Okay, cool. 11.
Okay.
I don't have any strength.
You don't have any strength?
No,
Oh,
plus
that's right.
plus
you don't
0.
Have any strength.
I don't need it. Yeah.
You
11.
you grab and you are able to catch his claw, like the back of his robes, but as soon as you pull, it just rips, and you get like a 1.5 foot chunk of cloth that just comes right off his back.
Wow. I'm impressed.
That is rather uncalled for. And in this precarious situation, let's roll initiative.
Oh, weird.
No.
The groans are what does it.
Damn it.
Oh man, I cannot.
This
You,
is
uh,
not good.
shit.
D&D Beyond, man. I
close.
was like, maybe. But then I rolled a natural 1 for a 3.
That sounds like we need to do dice, even on Beyond.
I rolled a 2 minus 1.
Ouch.
Yeah.
It's going well.
9 plus 3.
And an
Did he
honest
invite us in already? Through this?
He had, yes.
Yeah,
so we
yeah.
can get in at least. If this is the spell, I think it is.
Turn order should be up for everyone else. Hopefully it's up for everyone.
I can't put anything on it.
Oh.
I'm not
Yeah,
seeing
it's
it.
blank.
Oh, I know why. Okay. hang on.
Mm?
Hey.
That was from the previous room is why. Okay. There you go. Now you should be able to.
Come on. There we go.
Oh boy. At least it's not just us.
There's a whole lot of nobody really rolling high. So with Hobo being called out, you hear as cloth is tearing up on the cliff above Iniara. You kind of roll off the Minotaur and are on your feet. What would you like to do? You know the
Did I
cliff is
just
about
hear
10 feet up.
Hobo? I thought. Is
Yes.
Can I? How far is up there? 10 feet?
10 feet.
Well, I am going to cast Spider Climb on myself.
Okay.
And then I'm going to climb my way up there. Oh wait, is there room up there for me before I do all of this? Let me read Spider
It would be very
Climb.
tight, but you've got Spider Climb, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can just climb up a little bit higher.
But leaving your hands free. Yep.
And, like, go above them.
Yep, I will go above them.
Yep. So kind of looking down to the little, like, 1.5 wide, 2 feet wide cliff ledge. You see 3 people crammed as best as possible in that tight little space.
Because I don't necessarily want to attack yet, because he hasn't. So I will hold my action. I hold my attack as if he attacks. And I'll hold Chill Touch.
Okay.
And then it's my turn.
All right. He takes a moment, turns, and kind of scans everyone's face. Is that the way it's going to be?
I don't know, dude. You tell us.
You see him then reach into one of his pockets and pull out a long black feather, throw it into the air, and tap his chest. And he then floats back about 20 feet off of the cliff, rising up in the air just ever so slightly. So theoretically, anybody that was standing next to him, which would be Petunia, Fink, and depending on how far away from you were, Iniara, you could potentially get an attack of opportunity.
Could I let my spell go off?
Melee range, flying up. He hasn't attacked anybody.
That's true. I don't think I have a reaction because you burn the reaction in order to hold that spell.
Correct. Well, you don't necessarily burn it, but you're holding it, and then when it triggers, that's your reaction going. If you have another reactionary ability, though, you can replace it with it.
So I could attack.
You can.
I don't have a weapon out.
You'd have to melee attack, so you could, like, punch him, but...
Yeah, I'll just wait.
You're muted, Petunia.
I'm not swinging. I was against the cliff.
Okay. Fink?
So nobody's
moved to attack him yet.
I don't think I can do
He took a glance at everyone's face, pulled out a black feather, threw it into the air, tapped himself, and then floated backwards, kind of getting potentially an aerial view of all of you.
I couldn't attack. That's why I didn't, so...
Are we gonna murder hobo him or not? Like, is that what we decided?
I think we decided he was guilty at this rate, so...
Yeah. Oh, I'm just trying to think if I could. Right, because my dragon can't do anything. My pseudo dragon can't do anything. I mean, I have my dagger. That's like nothing.
Oh, that's right, because you're a caster. Okay, well, I'll just do this because why not?
That's what I mean. I don't have anything. I have a dagger.
So I got this cool ability called Warcaster.
You can cast the spell as a reaction.
I am going to, and I might hit Petunia. I don't know. I'm probably. I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Thunderwave.
All right.
And I'm gonna try and knock him down.
All right. Constitution saving throw?
Correct.
Well, that die likes me. 17.
Yeah,
His part, so he's going to take half damage, though.
Correct.
And with it being a 15-foot cube around you, it would also hit Petunia, yes.
Yeah.
I did not.
Just asking for a friend, Iniara. How far up on the cliffside are you?
That's
I was probably about 10 feet up.
Okay.
Because I would have been above
Only one from you
everybody.
two then, from Petunia and Iniara as well. Constitution saving throw.
Both, me
Sorry,
too.
guys.
There is a Fink just takes his
Okay.
stone gloved hand, smacks them together, and there is just a cacophonous that rings out throughout the air as a blast of energy hits you.
That is probably not what I should have done.
Roll 1.
14.
A 1
is-
for a 2.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure my thingy is 13, right?
That sounds about right. 12 or 13, yeah.
I don't know where to find that.
Easy enough here. Iniara, you succeed the throw, so you'll also take half damage. Petunia, you failed. So, Fink, go ahead and roll damage for Thunderwave.
What do I have to do to
15.
keep concentration?
15 points of damage.
Yeah, I rolled a 7 and an 8. Sorry.
Yep.
So
That-
No worries.
7 damage?
Fine.
Yeah, so half of that would be 7 damage. So he will need to make a concentration check.
This was...
Why, Dice? Why now?
Yes.
Come on, fall.
Fall, fall.
Fall.
7 points of damage.
Could work in my favor.
It
Could work out in the end. I have to use that Warcaster at some
All
point.
right.
What do I have to roll to keep concentration on Spider Climb?
So as he kind of floats back, you go. The blast echoes out throughout the woods. You see birds flock away or like fly away deeper into the forest. He gets maybe about 6-7 feet away before you see his arms flail, and he just right to the ground.
Yeah.
I do have a quick question here. For that spell
Sure.
on a failed save, isn't the target aren't they also pushed back 10 feet?
On
Correct.
a failed, yes.
On a failed save, they are also pushed away from the caster 10 feet.
Petunia.
Petunia is also thrown from the cliffside.
Yeah, sorry.
You're not sorry.
I
mean, you're
just
sorry,
thought
but
that.
you're
I'm
not
like,
sorry.
oh no, I know that spell.
What's
You
the-
get pushed.
DC for me to hold concentration.
Oh,
Bye, guys.
God. To hold concentration, it is
Since it's 7 points of damage, you'd be base
7
10.
points of damage. You're looking at a 10, yeah.
Okay, I rolled a 10
Oh,
plus con,
God.
so I'm fine.
Oh,
Yes.
my God.
Yeah, I
You
get to
see
stay up
him
there.
land, and with a sickening crunch, you see his leg
no.
buckle,
Oh,
God.
and he just lets out another scream as he, like, one leg landed on the ground, the other one straight into a rock.
oh.
And he kind of barely stands, and you see his leg is twisted at an angle it should not be.
Oh my God. I didn't mean to torture the poor guy before.
We just wanted to stop him.
Right? I don't...
So, what's the damage from me falling?
You were 10 feet, so 3 fall damage.
Gotcha.
That's less than when I hit the ground.
Gotcha.
I rolled lower,
Clearly.
clearly.
Oh boy. Gotcha.
D6 for 10 feet.
Hey,
With that, he
I'm
will let
sorry.
out another scream of pain as a broken and very damaged elf is standing not too far away from you, Iso.
Honestly.
So Iso had just rolled off the Minotaur at this point, looks up to see that, and the guy fall right next to him,
Yeah.
break his leg, screaming.
Yep. And you see
Just-
Petunia goes off the other side.
He'll look up, look back at that guy, look up, look back at that guy. Huh. I'll walk over to him, and I am going to sit down on him, and I'm going to reach into one of my packs, pull out a pair of manacles, and attach them to his feet.
The one
Okay.
broken leg, too.
You kind of twist the leg back over, and he screams again as you hook the manticle around that one and attach it on a very short chain to the other leg.
Yep. And then, as I'm doing this 12 of them, I am very sorry about this, but you see, you have killed people, you have possibly killed innocent people. I'm not a fan of murder. However, for these crimes and also assisting that red cap, I'm sorry. Justice just oh God, that was the bone. I'm so sorry.
Murder, no. Oh, no, I didn't murder anyone.
Well, you're
The red
still
cap
feeding
did
a
all the
red
murdering.
cap blood.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that, sure, but I didn't kill anyone. Not directly.
So you're torturing then?
No, I didn't do that either. Again, it was all the red cap.
I feel like
But
You're
you're helping him.
take the
I mean,
door,
that's
Eso.
that's the technicality, sure. I would say to manticle a man with a broken leg would be your action.
Yeah.
To rob him would also probably be an action because you'd have to search him.
No, I know. I was just
talking to him. Is my bonus. Yeah, just walked over to him, sat down on him, and manacled his
Didn't give him a chance to stand up. Just
good leg and one really screwed up leg now. Really screwed up leg.
Yep.
Did he take damage from that? Just curious.
And
yeah, he takes another 2 points of damage. Just for twisting his leg, basically, and trying to get it in spot to make the manacles work. With that, Petunia, lying flat on your back, not knowing what happened after a very quick, clap of thunder hit the air, dazed, confused, very bloodied.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do? Staring
I
up
would
at the morning sky.
I would like to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
All right. I'll allow it. Yeah.
Definitely need that. Ooh, yay. So, rolled 2 6s, so I healed for 14.
Not bad.
No, that is way better than the 4 I was at. So, now I'm alive. And I am very upset.
Apologies, I forgot to change the music.
How dare
yeah,
you?
that's how it feels, Petunia.
Just gonna say, you only had 4 less health than I currently have.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got hurt when I fell off.
Oh, same. Yeah, no, I was at 4. That was.
I mean, to be fair, you also hit by the door as you were getting thrown off.
Oh, was that why?
True.
Yeah, that was part of it too.
Okay.
Are you thrown off by me? Or are you. I don't know how this. Where the cliff face is, exactly how this is working.
Uh-huh.
Is she near me exactly?
No,
Can
I'm 10 feet up.
What's right here?
So she's 10 feet up from the cliff itself, even. So you guys are at ground level. There's 10 feet of cliff, and then she is another 10 feet up on a little bit of a rocky surface there. So she is basically back over at ground level on the other side, kind of thing,
Okay.
but vertical, horizontal.
I'm standing on the cliffside, like
Yep.
full
Looking
on.
down at all of this happening.
I spider climbed.
So, since I've already cast a spell, can I use my bonus action to get my pseudo dragon to fly up next to Iniara?
Yeah, that would be fine.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Because
And
it's
with
a
that, the green
telepathic.
pseudo dragon flies up and is hovering around Iniara at this point.
And I move to the right there, because that's
Okay.
as far as I can reach as I point at my screen.
Yeah, no, I got you. I can see it. Not quite as leggy. All right. So, are we killing him? Is that the plan? Should I go get my axe? Kind of still don't have that. You took it from me yesterday.
Who has his axe?
Eso kind of just took it away from him and set it down.
Is it still in the field?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oops.
That's a good thing we didn't go to the.
Like, if you prop him up a bit, I could try to gore him.
No, I'm pretty sure he's gored enough at the moment. Just stand by.
All right. You see him just kind of trot off in the direction of his axe. Think.
Is there a ladder or is there not a ladder at the moment?
There is not a ladder currently.
Okay. So I'm 10 feet up.
Because last time he tapped his stick basically to get that ladder to appear.
All right. So I'll see that he's, pretty hurt. And I will say, sorry, Iniara, about that. I should have warned you.
That's okay. It was effective for him.
Petunia, are you alright down there?
I'm a little better than I was. Ow.
Okay. I'll warn you next time I do something like that. It was, just a quick reaction thing. Didn't even think about things. I will try and get down the cliff, I guess.
Okay. You can either choose to climb down or you could choose to jump down if you wish. It'd be a difference between athletics and acrobatics.
I think I actually have some ranks in.
Or if you want to pull off like a sick people's elbow as you like just come off of the cliff down under this guy, I'd allow that too.
I don't think so. I will athletics it, I guess.
Okay, go ahead and roll an athletics check.
Because at least that's not a minus. Yeah, okay, 9.
9?
Yeah.
It's going to take the entirety of your turn to get down. As it is a little harder kind of doing it the reverse direction to get down to the ground. But you could do it.
I mean, it looks like he's pretty well restrained, I guess?
I don't disagree. He's currently manacled.
I don't think he'd get very far with that broken leg without the manacles as well, but...
And I mean, he's being sat on by a turtle.
There's that.
I mean, yeah, that helps too.
I mean, he's got magic stuff, though. Because he just flew.
I'm pretty sure his concentration is wrecked at the moment.
It's a lot between the turtle and the broken leg.
If it helps, I also agree.
Okay, I'll just climb my way down. Yeah.
Okay. Iniara.
Alright, so what are we doing with them?
I thought we were killing him.
Iso, are we killing him or what are we doing?
Are we reforming him?
Is there... do we trust to reform somebody who lets their comrades die in their place?
No.
Is there anything else we want to ask of him beforehand?
The door, how do you use it?
Besides the damn door, like maybe why he was doing this? What was behind the door? Priorities, people.
You heard him, man. Answer the turtle.
I'm sorry, the pain in my leg is kind of excruciating, and he's a lot heavier than I anticipated.
It's okay, just breathe through it.
Yep, trying at the moment. What was the first question again?
What was with the secret door?
It's a secret.
Sit on him harder.
I will flick his leg.
Poke it.
He screams yet again.
Whoa.
I'm so glad that Iso is not above torture.
It
Oh.
is the room the Red Cap uses for my ex-party members.
They still in there?
Yes.
Alive?
Well,
I honestly don't know.
When
I
was
haven't
the
heard
last time you
noises
were
out
in
of
there?
there in a while.
won't they have been expelled, like, when the door disappears? Like, unpleasantly expelled from, like you said, if they were alive?
Only if it's that spell and not something else.
Yeah.
What if it's a back door?
What if it's a magical item?
We would never.
No.
I bend down close to him and I'd be like, would he miss you if you were gone?
Cold.
Yeah.
No. Honestly,
Burn.
no.
Burn.
I am a temporary ally in his eyes.
Are you gonna help us take him out?
No, but I can use him as the temporary alliance. I can always just look like him.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Is he in that
See
room?
his eyes widen.
I'm
I
I'm
swear.
stone faced, not smiling, just 100% serious. Like, do we need to?
Do we need to keep this guy alive for any reason?
Eniara, what are you doing on your turn?
I honestly, I figured we're out of turn at the moment to have this conversation with him. Unless anyone else
We
is going to
did.
attack him.
We're trying to decide, I think, if we're gonna attack him again or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say we get all the information out of him, and then we'll see where we're at. Honestly,
See
I held
him
no
take a bit
room
of
for
a deep
those.
breath and kind of try to push against Iso slightly with his body. And then the sound of rasping leaves begins to leave his mouth.
I'm gonna say he's a caster. Let's make sure he can't move his hands.
But
Or-
some spells are only verbal, so
Gag him.
Are we out of
Iso, stuff your
initiative?
fist in his mouth. No.
Yes.
Uh,
Do that.
I don't know. Are we in initiative order? Because if we are, then there's nothing I can do about it.
Uh,
So.
Yeah.
You see him disappear, and you fall with a bit of a thud, Iso, as he pops about 20 feet away.
Okay, well, see, I wasn't sure
Hobbling on
because
one leg.
if it was
He's
in your
manacled.
turn, that's why I was wondering if we were in or out. So
Yeah.
Correct. She said she was going to wait to see what happened.
Sorry.
Okay. And
Sorry.
was he right after her?
And then I
Yeah.
was trying to...
Oh, okay.
Progress
Sorry
initiative.
about that. I missed that.
No, you're fine. You're
Okay.
fine. I was trying to be vague enough about it so I could get this off.
Yep, all good.
Well, because I
She
wasn't sure.
pops over there. I have done a lot darker things to make sure I could survive. I am not against making sure it happens again.
All right, I got no qualms killing him.
That just needs to die.
You see a bolt of fire leave from his hand, and he's going to target. Well, I'm gonna say Petunia. You're closest to him.
I mean, yeah.
Bro.
Is he rolling to hit?
He is rolling to hit.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
As
this
he
is
shot
not good.
fire bolt.
Oh,
That is 17 to hit.
Oh yeah, so much so.
What are the chances that the Minotaur got his axe back and is heading this direction?
Well, technically, he
A
went
lot better than
further
you might think.
because his axe should actually be right about here.
Should it? I
Yeah.
thought it was
This
a
is-
little bit further.
No, we were fighting him up here.
Oh, are you fighting up there? I thought it was down
I
here.
thought so.
Never mind.
Yeah, I
Never
think we
mind.
were up
Cool.
that
I
way.
was mostly right. But yeah, you do notice that as he like pops away, that the Minotaur has scooped up his axe and is kind of waiting with the rest of you. Petunia, you take 8 points of fire damage
Gotcha.
Thank God
as
he
you were
healed.
scorched by a firebolt. that'll be his turn. Over to, well, I take it back. He's going to try to limp away a little bit more.
Ooh.
Away.
Limp away on the broken leg and manacles?
I don't believe the manacles move with him if he misty steps.
Oh, fair enough.
But it'll be your turn, Iso.
The hell is he, a monk? I'm so confused.
You could just have the spell Misty Step. Oh, he'd be a ladrin.
So far, he has used Fly and Misty Step that you are aware of, and he has just cast Firebolt.
And he speaks Sylvan.
Well, he is an elf, right? So that's
correct.
not that weird.
He could have been taught Sylvan, though.
Okay, so...
Versus a
Whatever.
class.
I'm not going to reason it out now. I'm not that good at D&D lore.
Action dash to get right up to him, but as I am running right about here, I'm gonna yell out, "Hobo!"
Oh, thank you. I gotcha. I got your back.
Bonus, I got nothing, so that's my turn.
Okay. Will you not stop at anything to see this done? Virginia, your turn.
Super sinister.
So I'm going to use my bonus action to heal myself.
Okay.
Because, ouchie. Yeah, so I'm going to use Healing Light.
Okay.
Oh, not bad. That is 7.
All right. And you see the spot where the firebolt has just hit Petunia. You see gold and green light like swirling around, and the fur that had been singed immediately grows back in its place as though no fire had taken place there.
Ooh, perfect. I'm going to go right behind him. And I am going to cast the spell, which will hit Iso because he is in the radius of it. It is a 10-foot radius. Arms.
Oh no!
I mean, naturally, you're gonna hit Iso.
I know, naturally.
Naturally.
Arms of Hadar, and I'm going to have dark black tendrils come out, and it is a strength saving throw.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh,
Yeah, it
that
is.
was good. 22.
Yeah, it is.
Natural 19.
Mine was just as good. 7.
Totes.
So not quite, but just as good. So that is 9 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And you cannot take any reactions until your next turn.
All right.
Nice.
Works for me.
Correct. And
All right. So that was bonus and action. You've already moved. As those inky black tentacles shot out, or tendrils, not tentacles, tendrils. Important difference.
I know darkness too.
And like basically piercing through Hrrrm to Hrrrm. We move over to the Minotaur.
I was saying, I want the
Following
piece of him.
everyone's lead with Hobo, you see him kind of fling his axe mid-run and try to use the momentum of his run to provide the strength of the other hand that is currently missing. You see that it does swing kind of wild compared to the other strikes that you saw against Iso, who, although definitely dodged, was a very more precision. This is a much more wild shot that he's got going on, but you do see him connect. For really good damage. And you see that pretty much just take one of the dude's arms clean off. So he has currently got a broken leg. He is missing his left arm. And there is just he is not doing well.
Picasso at his finest.
If I get a hit in, I might be able to get some health back.
You see him just kind of look down, and you see small bits of black energy seem to kind of radiate through this wound, and it stops the bleeding. Think.
Don't know what that means. But I'm going to, let's see here, now that he's there, I think I'm going to have to go here.
Okay.
And I would like to just go ahead and cast Magic Missile, because why not?
All right. Go ahead.
And I'm just going to try and hit him. Do I roll for each one?
Yes. So you do a D4 for each hit, which all 3 will hit.
Oh. I don't have to roll for an attack?
Nope. Magic Missile automatically hits.
Cool. Okay.
There's a great song out there about Magic Missile.
I was just about to say that you need to listen to the Magic Missile song.
Just post it in our chat.
Total of 12 damage.
All right, Fink. How
Does
would
he-
you like to end it?
I wanted to do a necro spell so I could get some health.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean, kill him.
Rolled pretty
We'll
well.
be able to rest in our new
New home.
Right?
as soon as we learn Sylvan.
Well, yes. I want to punctuate every magic missile hit with we don't kill party members, or you don't kill your party. There we go. As each one hits.
With
That's what I'll
that,
say.
you see Fink kind of charge up, stand still. You see 3 silvery bolts shoot from the region of his eyes, and then with each hit, driving in each of those words before you see him slump to the ground and his breath stop. The black energy that had been fixing up his left arm dissipates.
Awesome. I'm gonna fish in that pocket where I saw him put that little archway and grab it right away.
Before we get to any of the fun looting and stuff like that, I think we'll end up calling it. We'll get to looting the body next time around, and continue on with our journey. Getting a little bit later for some of us here, so we'll call it an evening tonight, and we'll see you next week. Have a good night.
Yeah. Good night.
Night.
Good night, everyone.
Understood.